Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, ScottDog. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back in the hotel. We're going to come over here and speak to the administrator.
I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't
very true.
Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector.
You think?
You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Whoever murdered her used the needler.
The needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Okay. Let's change the topic.
What can I do for you?
I managed to track down Black Hole Bertie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
But he's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Nice. Go easy on him. He's just love of his life.
I don't
Lost the love of his
understand
life.
what it was that Helen saw in Bertie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Bertie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
I do not.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Bertie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
Completed the investigation of the poisoning.
I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
I know who killed her. I don't know who killed her. Okay, so we've done that. What are our next steps here? We've got name the murderer. We're not ready. Speak to Sheldrick. And we've got this. I think we're going to go after her. Don't know where we're going to find her, but let's go. Let's go here. Let's take you two again. And we'll just see. We'll see what the prophet of profitability has to say. Where might we find you? This way, quite a way this way. Is there a fast travel point? Up here? Not really. Okay, off we go. We haven't even been in there. What's this building? Rizzo set me up a rather straightforward task. Okay, where was the pool? Can anyone remember?
It's real pretty up here. Almost like they cut out a piece of Terra 2 and brought it up to the sky.
It really is.
Right, let's just go run back to the pool. Also check in this building. Okay, we won't read any more of the comics. Not that I'd really read any of them anyway.
Sublight Underground takes care of its own. Working on any keys around here? No. Okay, let's go back up. I'm sure we'll be back here at some point. Okay. Let's not get off topic here. Where are we going? We're going this way. I was looking for a bridge. Okay, I guess we're going this way then. It's a long old run, this one. Is she really over there? What's she doing over there? Okay, we keep running. It's a long old trip. Is something going to happen on this bridge?
Stay out of sight.
Well, the thing has just come down for us. That's nice.
Here I go! Sorry!
You're going down.
Nice.
We all in one piece.
Yeah, Pavati had a bit of a panic, but...
Nice!
You're dead as well. There's a lot of dead bellhops over here. I hear like there's a recording thing somewhere.
This is Silvio Tran, setting a new record for the Grand Colonial Bellhops Laundry Cart League. If you're listening to
Oh, I
this,
see.
you're listening to history. And Daltrey, as we agreed, when I win, you're scraping terrorist shit off the windows for the rest of your contract. And you can stow the fear of heights routine because there's no way you're weaseling out of that, pal. Here goes.
We haven't even been over there.
That's... Move the box! No, not... No!
Oh dear. Somebody had better days. Really, you made me jump up here for no reason? Okay, I guess we just keep running. There's tourists around.
Expected a gate in this colony.
Can't believe we got to deal with marauders on Eridanos.
Legal hunting supplies?
Ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Aye.
Welcome to Hunter Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies.
Okay, good.
I am Hunter Legal. How might I help you today?
What have you got for us? Oh, we guess we're investigating the murdering. Have you heard anything unusual?
Unusual. This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual. But I reckon you're asking about people unusual. I'd go have a chat with the prophet of profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something.
Thanks, buddy.
But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments
I
for the
think
journey.
we might be okay.
Hunter Supplies. Get your hunters...
Yep, okay. What have you got? Your hunter supplies look a little bit rubbish as it goes. Okay, good. Let's get going. We'll follow the path for now. See where we end up. You just having a drink? Nice. Good work, Felix.
You like that?
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer.
Yeah. they're still that way. We'll just have a quick look up here, shall we? Just a shovel. Okay, let's get back. We'll just keep heading in the right direction. Oh, hello. What are you lot doing just hanging around here?
I believe we got a deal with marauders on Eridanos.
Why'd Helen have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
Well, you might do. You might just have someone else in it. You know? Well, I guess we're going in. Into the Rizzo's bunker. Okay, let's see if we can find the prophet of profitability.
Captain, what is this place and why is everybody acting so strange? Oh, law. They ain't cannibals, right?
Gotta keep going. I can feel my inner negativity.
Hello, welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive and soon all your humors will be balanced.
Okay.
At least that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential.
Yep, you sound like you're really into
Sit
this.
for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals
Jesus.
profitability.
Yep, whatever. Sound a little less than infused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now.
Yep, I can see that.
I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
Well, you don't have to be more chipper on my account. Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges.
Wowza.
She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon.
Nice.
Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime.
We can't
now.
rush these things, to be fair. Can I ask you a few questions?
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my
God.
bi-hourly self-flagellation.
Yep.
Ask away.
They've had some kind of feud.
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Who was that?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet.
Hmm.
At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Any unusual behavior?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one way to stay
Certainly.
profitable, right? Don't pay people.
Actually, before you go, I want to report
Oh,
something
God.
suspicious. I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human.
Oh, come on. You brought it a little
I could
earlier?
have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The
Okay.
Prophet hasn't been herself lately. But if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
I'll look into it. Okay. Look who it is.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your
Okay.
health.
I wasn't planning on doing that.
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
Okay. Can you analyze the chemicals?
Analyzing complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
Okay. Let's move on.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me.
Yeah?
I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
How do you know I was an inspector?
My disciples come to and from the Grand Colonial, bringing supplies and information. Knowing what happens at the hotel affects my livelihood, after all.
Okay.
With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
My humors? Didn't Hansi and Hannah say you're a hack?
Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding.
You know, I've been feeling my potential has been hampered lately. What do you offer? Humors, I don't think I understand.
As science has taught us, the body is made up of two things, flesh and humors. These humors are semi-fluids that, when improperly balanced, may cause you to function inadequately. By signing up for my seminars, you can balance these humors for only mildly inordinate and repeat payments. Cancellation is subject to repercussions.
Something about all this seems fishy. What kind of repercussions?
Nothing you need concern yourself with, brother. It's all in the contracts. But of course, no one need subject themselves to such repercussions if they don't cancel. Regardless, can I interest you in a seminar?
Yeah, you know what? Fine. What's the offer?
We offer a wide variety of seminars for all your corporate needs. Employees not working hard enough? Employees dying too often? It's most likely your managerial humors. And of course, seminars for balancing the energies of your business offices. Interior decorating is much more important for success than many would believe. If any of this sounds at all interesting to you, might I interest you in the first 82 words of our most popular seminar's introduction?
Oh, God.
Free of charge.
No. I'll hear it.
Byzantines live lives fraught with competition.
Okay.
And that competition can be immensely stressful. You must, first of all, find a way to balance your thinking. Think not of bits lost, but of those you have yet to gain. After all, peace leads to productivity, and productivity leads to profit. Though thought alone balance you. We have a strict regimen
I wish I said no.
Humor clearing. Session attendees stand on burning coals, sit for hours in our productivity smokehouse, and of course, fast throughout.
Yeah, whatever.
Miserable?
Whatever, yeah, just...
I'm sorry, brother, but we don't typically allow the use of words like that in the retreat space. We prefer experiencing deferred happiness.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions about Helen.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her.
Oh, I think we got some stuff.
We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
I don't trust her. You and Helen didn't get along, I hear.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
She touched her head in the middle of all that. Did you contact her after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Where are you at the time of her murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand.
Let's talk about something else.
I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
No, we don't. Got some interesting herbs?
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
They seem toxic enough to potentially kill.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
Either that or they're dead. Let's see if we can find the body. That, rather than talk about it, let's see if we can find it. Oh, there's a terminal over here. Talking to my agents, and they've told me that you said about your seminars. I'm not taking them. Actually lost you 30% of your revenue in the last 3 months. Future losses projected. When I said I wasn't much interested in attending, I didn't really realise that it hit you quite as hard as it did. Guess that's the price of stardom. Everyone listens to a little listens a little extra to what you say. I'm hoping you've got some space that I might be able to attend one of your sessions today. I meant to as a means of apologising. I know the notice is short, but I'm hoping you can fit me in. Okay. Probably would go ask me about the mix of herbs I sent you worked out. I said to be sure to remember what I told you. Don't leave them out in the sun. Smoke doses small. Send someone into a coma or kill them. The other attendees are tripling profits. Okay. Can we just speak to you again for just a second? Is there anything new now we know that?
Welcome back.
Yeah. You said you had no further interaction before her death,
correct.
right?
She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
Oh, is that so? I saw a message from Helen saying you're telling us about attending a session.
Well, I suppose that
yes, it does.
complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
Oh, it matters. It really matters. Right, let's see if we can find the body before we do anything else. We'll be back. We don't trust you and we'll be back. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Passing creatures.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Are they Helen's? Got any idea who made them?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Nice.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Okay. Maybe the wildlife ate it? What's with the disturbances in the
Marks
dirt?
in the dirt are somewhat difficult to analyze, but closely match a pair of human handprints. Possible that the individual lying here pushed themselves into a sitting position. Percentage of dead individuals capable of pushing themselves into a sitting position? 1%. More likely that whoever was here rose and left of their own accord.
Surely there'd be some footprints. Nice, good kicking, buddy.
More where that came from.
Did you guys eat a corpse? I guess we're heading back up. Back in we go. Okay. What the heck? Okay, good. There we go.
It's all in the wrist.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we keep going back up. That was the way out, right? What's down here? I mean, it makes sense to have a little look around, right? Store employees working. Nor will you be paid for any continued work. Good old tactical shotgun. Hello.
I'm going to absolutely murder the next quarterly report.
You do that. It's just a lot of fire indoors. Surely everyone's stoned. Okay. Why is there a human skull in here?
Gosh, that's clever.
Okay. What the heck? Sure, we have to ask questions about these, right?
Waiting for this!
Wanted to make you smile.
Yeah? Fair enough.
You guys see that?
Yeah, we saw it, buddy. Did you see me pick up so much stuff that I can't move? Did you see that? We haven't leveled up in ages. Is there no more leveling up? Doesn't look like it. Okay, what's this? Run recovery routine. Failed to recover 2 files. Parasite seems completely incompatible with a common sprat. This is baffling and disappointing. Sprat nucleotides are highly adaptive. Iridian Gigaseus is half-complete creature. Particularly discerning sense of taste. It finds sprats accordingly tasteful. Delirious will delete in the morning. Creature also seems well suited to long-term hibernation. Terror rays. Okay, the ideas of unscientific are found in my own anxieties. So we're testing on the things that have embedded themselves in people's heads and stuff, right? Can't seem to stop smiling. Yeah, we wonder why. Anything on here we're looking at? No. I guess it makes sense to go in this room over here first, right? Sorry, I had to sneeze. Hack access usage records. No corruption detected. Error report. Dump successful access. Yes. Now printing memory context. Isolate passcode. Okay. Memorize passcode. Nice. Well, I guess we're going this way then. Hello? Oh, there we go. That seemed to take a while. Here we go. Where the heck are we going now? Okay. Good work. You fixed them right up. Get over, Felix. Good work, buddy.
You like? Got it.
What's wrong, Parvy? Yeah, you kick it as well. we all okay? Good. We'll take some parasite jelly, why not? There were several fascinating qualities about these things. Biology is, for lack of better, highly modular. Nervous system houses a string of kernel-like cells receiving and transmitting neurons. Larger specimens display greater sensitivity. There's a direct correlation between the complexity of the parasite's nervous system and its size. No upper limit to the size of these. Oh no. Grenade launcher free. I think that's the same as what we've got, right? 888, yeah. Are we about to find a giant? We're about to find a giant parasite. Okay. Am I going the right way? I don't know. Am I going back to where I started? I think I'm going back to where I started. Or maybe not. Or maybe. Good work.
Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought. Here they come!
There's an incomplete system of rudimentary internal organs, a half creature, an unfinished accident. This is where we were, right? Where does this take us? So we were in here. Is there like a way down further? Oh, you're just taking us to the lamp. Is there anything? Sorry, to the lamp, to the elevator. Is there any? I don't know where I sort of got lamp from. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so. I think this is everything. Yeah, okay. Let's get back in the elevator then, shall we? Okay. Right, let's go speak to her again.
Welcome back. I hope you have been keeping positive and productive.
I have.
How may I help you?
Welcome back.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Said they saw you. I followed your trail to where you dumped something in the wilderness.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
I think it was your morals.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it.
What?
I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
You sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in if her constitution was truly that weak. Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill
So you
someone
killed her
on
but
purpose,
didn't kill her.
I would have used a blunt weapon.
Well, now none the wiser.
Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
Didn't you leave the body at the ground?
You
Colonial?
jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky.
Uh-huh.
Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing
agree.
I was dragging a corpse.
I agree.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector.
I'd love to. I think you're a tool,
It's your job
but
to arrest me, isn't it?
was found at the hotel. She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
Mm-hmm. The council's dead. You killed her or not, I think imprisonment is safest option.
I'm mad, it doesn't matter. None of this does. Yes, I think that's smart.
I think there's more to this, right? And there is more to this.
The sweet safety of imprisonment.
Like you know something. Where was that dude running? Why are you running round? Wait, stop running round. He's going for it. Look at him.
It's not good enough to be better than everyone. I need to believe.
Okay, so now what do? We go back to the hotel. We need to speak to that other fella, right? I want to say Sheldrake. That's not his name. Kendrick? No? Something like that. What's his name? We need to speak to them. Cedric. Okay, where do we find you? Okay, we'll fast travel over here and we'll have a chat. But I mean, all of our other suspects we've kind of all of our other suspects we've kind of dismissed, right? I think. Now, it wasn't the Prophet of Profitability, although she had a hand in it. It wasn't whatever that other dude was called, the actor. He tried, but failed. Can we tell you to go and arrest that woman?
Welcome back. Please speak. Activating. Report complete.
Yes, beautiful.
Criminals will be apprehended. You should purchase your if you would.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, thank you. Let's just
Just leave us alone.
okay, good. Right, let's go speak to Sheldrick. Sheldrick?
I don't know what to make of Sublime Underground. Or Slug, I guess. I can't shake the feeling they had something to do with Miss Helen's death.
Don't think you're far wrong.
You got an appointment?
No.
Appointment?
All right, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment?
No.
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind a new bolt or pistol. I've fired mine so many times the tips nearly fell off. Let's give Mr. Kincannon a ring.
Okay, do that.
Mr. Kincannon, got a person of interest here to see you.
Doesn't really matter whether we had an appointment or not. We're going in.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by.
Consider this me
Here's for my
swinging. Hold on.
alibi, I assume.
I want an explanation for the nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one
This
of those.
can only have been done by the administrator, right? Let's be honest. I had a run-in with some slug
Sounds
agents.
as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How do thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few.
Okay.
Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Good question.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that.
Oh, guess who you're going to say. If you have a theory, spit it out.
Oh, that's good. That's very good, Inspector. I like this. Dominant, aggressive, The man in charge. I don't want to accuse anyone without hard evidence, though it may be worth noting Ludovico has motivation in spades. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
And where might I find Nasser?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly.
Yes, you are. So how am I supposed to trust anything you say? So your alibi was that you're murdering someone else.
And I appreciate that, Inspector. The fact of the matter is, I know I didn't kill Helen, and I trust you fully and completely to find whoever did. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive.
Okay.
Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
I'm not sure yet, but if you have a motive, I'm going to uncover it. A net loss?
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Anything I should look into?
You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation.
Okay, tell me more.
Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing
Oh, that might have been me.
warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one.
Hmm.
That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in
I'm assuming the needler was on the cargo.
Trust it. I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
Say this once, whoever's behind this is going to jail, not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her.
What the?
Oh, I'm joking.
Okay.
If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her.
Okay.
And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Okay. I mean, before I get started, he's been way too open, right? At the same time as not being open at all. More questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Well, that'd be lovely. That didn't strike you as suspicious?
That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly. I wonder, did she run out of time in the end?
If you didn't kill her, any idea who wanted her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector?
Indeed.
Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
Clearly you don't.
This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
I'm listening.
Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Spectrum Brown. Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not the time to lose focus. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
Tell me. You're getting away with less than you think.
Now that is interesting. I suppose we'll see, won't we?
We will see. I really don't like you.
Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale. Whenever it comes. Whatever shape it takes. One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. God. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now.
Okay.
What or who made you decide to investigate me?
I just had a hunch.
I see. What a shame your hunch didn't pan out.
Hasn't panned out yet.
Else?
Yet. Constable is dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
Given that she was Space Force sole Rizzo employee?
No. I played no role in the good constable's death.
I wonder why he answered that one quite so easily.
You're taking advice from Ludovico now,
No, I'm
are
just
you?
sharing the facts.
Justice may be blind, Inspector, but its servants see the clues in front of them. You see them, I know, but Lou, well, if the man had one more eye, he'd be a cyclops. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keen's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
Do you know the constable well?
Would it surprise you to hear that, despite being on opposite sides of the law, we were friends? That her loss comes as a sudden blow. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
I'm sorry, Constable, she didn't deserve this.
She didn't.
Okay.
But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
Why does he hate you so much?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
That's assuming he could refuse it.
Intimidation has its role in diplomacy. Still, his choice to work with Sublight was indeed a choice. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
That can't be it, can it?
My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
You should make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Uh-huh. Is this the part where you cackle? They'll never take you seriously.
That certainly seems to be our dear administrator's goal, at least.
Doesn't really matter, we're going to blow up the board, so...
Desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late. Convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which of course you are.
I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
Okay, what do we learn from that? That he's got an excellent weapon collection, but he's missing two. Oh God, I'm stuck. Okay, you want me to look around your office. So there's going to be nothing of interest here. Ah, we're on your balcony.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Ooh.
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
Down on the bottom looks special. Has that been customized? Analyze the fingerprint.
The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
As I suspected.
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner.
Okay.
Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch. Inspector, do
No more questions about your guns. Okay, let's get going. We better not. Okay, good. So you wanted to speak to someone in a warehouse, right? which is down here. We'll just do this very quickly and see if it leads to more.
Real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
We'll just see if there's some more quests to do in here. I suspect there is. They're not just going to tell us what we need to know. So,
Hi there.
hi.
Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector.
Yes, I am.
Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Thank you. Where was he? Oh, down here. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think what we're going to do is put a cut in here.
Do you think they keep any spare parts down here? Just wondering.
We'll put a cut in here and we'll be back with this investigation next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. See you again soon. Thank you.